right now as I can see it coming up. Because the water's all pushing in from the Gulf.
So here's the hippo at the Wildlife Refuge Center. It's a big old thing, he's eating it. Just to the right of the hippopotamus, you'll actually see some alligators. Let's go check out that hippo again.
What's on a... Do you know you can add photos onto the PowerPoint of...
Looks well fed, and he also looks like a statue, doesn't he? You almost want to go up and pet it just to make sure it's alive. That's okay. Lazy, lazy.
They don't even look real, do they?
And even some deer and herons.
Wildlife State Park. My name is Bear. I'm a volunteer here in the park. The lady you've been talking to is Judy. She's a volunteer as well. Everybody you see in the park with a gray uniform shirt and sometimes a volunteer hat, we're all volunteers. We run the joint. So there you go. A warm-blooded, air-breathing mammal, just like us, except they happen to live in the water. Now, they do have to stick their nose up out of the water about every 3 to 5 minutes to get some air. And they can stay on the bottom for up to 20 minutes if they're resting. That whole back part you see there is lungs. They have 2 huge lungs, 4 to 5 feet long, about 1.5 feet wide, and I'm not sure how deep they are. But anyway, they have 2 large lungs. Now they can, like I said, they can stay on the bottom for up to 20 minutes with those big old lungs. Now they're vegetarian. They only eat vegetable matter. And here we do feed them romaine lettuce. We don't go find it in the dumpster. We buy it by the truckload. And it is good restaurant quality romaine lettuce. Their preferred dressing is water. Now they do have special adapted teeth to grind up that vegetable matter. And they're like molars, the big square teeth. They don't have any front sharp teeth like grazing animals. Even though they're called a sea cow, they don't really have the front sharp teeth like a cow or a horse would have. Now, what they do have, though, is an upper lip that is called prehensile, meaning they can maneuver it like 2 little hands. You know, an elephant has that thing out the end of his trunk to grab stuff, right? Well, that action is called prehensile, and that's exactly what these guys have on their upper lip. It's the same thing. So 2 little hands that help push the food into their mouth. And their nearest living relative is the elephant, by the way. You would think it'd be like a walrus or something, right? But nope, it's not. Elephant. They got pretty good eyesight, too. They know Judy's over there. Well, Lorelei does. And what will usually happen is after I'm talking for about 10 minutes, so all 3 of them will be in there, and they'll all like nose in towards Judy. They know. And it's amazing how they do know. I won't say they're trained, but they're kind of conditioned. They know when feeding time is. Anyway, they can see quite well. They have a clear membrane that comes over their eyes to protect them, like an eyelid, but it's clear and you can see through it. They also hear pretty darn good, too. They do communicate with clicks and whistles and buzzes, things you would think of for like porpoises and dolphins and underwater animals, but they don't have any external ears. They just have a hole, 2 holes, one on each side of their head, goes into their listening devices. So they can hear pretty darn good, too. Oh, back to the site. We don't know what colors they can see. They haven't been able to do a successful test to figure out what colors, but they do know, the scientists do know that the animals can see quite well. Now, their skin feels kind of like wet leather. You ever play with a good quality football or basketball outside? It is made of leather, not plastic. But anyway, their skin feels like wet leather. And they have little tiny hairs all over their bodies. And those little tiny hairs act like little motion detectors. Now, that's pretty handy for them because they don't have a neck. The manatee cannot just turn its head and see what's behind it or beside it. They have to swing your whole body around. So those little tiny hairs give them a warning that something is near them in the water. Detects the vibrations and such. Anybody ever touch an elephant? No? Yeah? Okay. Well, it's similar feeling to an elephant. The wet, leathery, well, when the elephant's wet, but it's a leathery type skin. Now our girls, they may look a little bit mottled. You see the darkness on them, but algae forms on their skin. But we do try here to scrub them off about once a week. Usually they do it on a Monday before the park opens. Now Judy over there, she has participated in that. And one person will distract the animal with some lettuce, and the other person will be in there in the pool with a big brush and scrubbing them like they're washing a van. That'd be kind of fun, wouldn't it? I keep trying to let me get in there, scrub my back. They won't do it. Oh, there she's showing off a little bit. There was a young man here one day. He said, well, how come they do that? How come they roll over like that? I said, because it's probably fine. We don't know. They just like to move around once in a while. One day we had two of them in here. Oh, here comes one of the other girls. Like I said, Lorelai's the one that's in here right now. Let's see who's just coming in. This is Ariel. Now Ariel's got a couple of white marks on her back. You see those little white marks? One looks like a little arrow. Just above it, there's a straight line. Well, we know that that's Ariel. Now I was told that those marks are surgery scars. So that's probably what they were. Now Ariel's one of the ones that was hurt. That's why she's here. Lorelai was born in captivity in San Diego Zoo. So that's why she's here, because once they're born in captivity, they can't really go out into the wild. They just don't know how to be wild. It sounds kind of odd, but that is exactly the reason. They just know. After about 10 minutes of looking at Judy, she's going to get down there and start throwing food at him. Like right now. They know. Anyway, okay, now watch that prehensile lip I was telling you about. They'll approach a piece of lettuce, and they can see it from a distance, but as they get closer, they have little sensors on their noses. Or the muzzle is what it's called. They have sensors like little hairs and little cone-shaped things. The Gulf gets cold first, and then they start coming in the river, and the closer they get, the warmer it is because we got 72-degree water coming up out of our spring constantly. So they can feel that. When they're out there swimming in the Gulf, they go by the Homosassa River and they go, hey, that feels pretty warm. Let's go check that out. And they'll come on up the river. We've had over 100 of them out here. But again, we're so warm this year that they haven't really come in that often. Now, last year we had a pretty long cold snap, and like I said, we had over 100 of them out there. It's pretty cool. And they will come around and come under the bridge through the gates and go over to the spring.
Where's your bird? The bird is distant.
But he doesn't care about the ducks. I don't really get his
The bird's trying to
logic.
eat real quick
He's
before
looking for
he
fish
sees
without
him.
becoming hippo.
He's like, I'm just gonna sneak in here real quick, get some food while he's not looking at me.
Ooh, he's rolling.
He's taking a bath.
Whoa, look at his feet.
See that? Yeah, we saw it.
Vertically challenged people. I can't see the snake. There's a sign for it. It's darkened.
There's an otter. I don't know if you can see it. Whee! He just swims back and forth, doing laps. His exercise for the day. There we go. Keep going. Who needs swim lessons when you can watch an otter? These are the roseate spoonbills. They're known for the stunning pink color. They're distinctive bill. See if I can get a close-up of one of them. Little nesting. So now we're like 30 feet down under. You see some fish that are down here that you could not see from the top. That's pretty cool. Let's see what else we can see. Nothing. Some seaweed. Oh, that's not seaweed, that's fish. It's a school of fish. It's just hard to see through from that direction. This is pretty cool. No manatees though. Just lots and lots of fish. There's a big old school of fish right there.